What's up, YouTube peep? Today we're going to rekey these cheap door handles on the cheap. The way I do it is there's a roll pin right there that you need to punch out, then the lock comes out. Now I don't have all the separate pins, so we're going to do this on the cheap, which involves pretty much sticking the key in. Whatever tumbler pops out past its point, you grind it down. Now granted, you know, it may not be as secure, but if you want, you know, your door locks to match, that's one way of doing it, because technically you take a flathead screwdriver, you wedge it in here, back in the old days, pop it open. You got a wing window, you pop it open. Or you just remove the rear quarter window with a screwdriver. So, you know, it's just to slow people down. Other than that, you know, that's the way I'm planning on doing this. So, let me get this knocked out. Now, lucky enough, this roll pin didn't need that much persuading. There is a weird double spring thing that makes it go back and forth to keep it centered. I think I got it just enough where I could actually pull it out. Almost. There's our little roll pin. Now, I don't know if you see the spring there, because the lighting's weird. Try not to lose spring. Like I said, there's a spring. Now, it should technically come out. Might need to stick a key in there. But then again, this thing's been pretty busted, hence why I am trying to rekey it. That I just had a second ago. Ah, other pocket. So most other locks, once that clip's done and it's in the unlock position, or not unlock, a neutral position, it should fall out. So I might take a little persuading with the hammer here, or I missed the pin somewhere. Oh, this one just wants to be a bastard, but it is coming out slowly. So you may ask, why? Like I said, it's cheap. If all goes well, it's somewhat easy. Because, you know, some places want, you know, 60 plus a handle. So, I don't have 60 plus for a handle. I got too many birthdays, holidays coming up. You know, the junkyard is always iffy. Always iffy. So, where were we? So, get it out. You got these little wafer tumbler gizmos. Be careful, depending on how gummed up your lock is, it may or may not pop out. Depending on, you know, do you have the original key or something that fits the hole or not? You know, these things usually slide in unless your lock is mangled like mine is. Let's see, this is the key that came with the car. Doesn't seem to fit the lock though. Let's try ignition key. No, that doesn't want to fit shit either. So it must be an old school Volkswagen key. Like one of these guys here. So, or it's the new style. It's not key. Oh yeah, that key almost fits. So the deal is, come on, focus. The tumblers there, whatever's sticking up, you file down. And that'll be your lock. This one's pretty gummed up. Actually looks like it's missing some parts. You know, aftermarket crappy lock. Let's see, do I have a different Volkswagen key that'll fit it better? This one looks halfway decent. Yep, looks like that. That's the winning key. That's an old ass key. So, gotta fit. I flip the camera around, show you a better view of what we're trying to accomplish here. So, after looking over a couple things, turns out that there is a pin that sticks in the side of the barrel here. Low brass pin. You could drill it out or tap it with the hammer. It'll blow past it. Gives this nice little mark. But anyways, so as you see, the tumblers go up, they go down. Now that's what locks it. So I am going to make my ignition key here my door key. So whatever sticks out here, you file off, and that's it. And hopefully it will stay locked. But after looking down the inside of this, I don't know. I have to fucking focus on this thing. I don't know if you can see all those lines. That makes it look like the inside of this is threaded. It's been plowed through pretty good. Come on, focus. There we go. So those are the tumblers that have been ground into the side and allow slop and play. 50-60 a handle. I don't have that right now, but I would like a working key because it broke and I had to take a screwdriver to it because shit happens. But that's basically it. So I am going to sit here, make sure my key's in all the way, see which way these guys are moving, and start filing. I'll bore you with that, or you take an angle grinder or a Dremel. I have a Dremel, I believe. I have the bit on it. Yeah, it has a broken bit on it. Sometimes having too many tools gets in the way. What else do I got that will work? I have a broken porting bit and a sanding disc and more than enough electric drills to build a house, I guess. So you just want to take them down enough to work. See how it's getting shiny. I know the lighting's crap. Video's probably crap. Almost there. Let's give it a try. Actually, that might be a bad idea, considering that pin is still in there, protruding a little. But you guys get the general idea. I pause this and finish. So after grinding these level, come on, focus. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so they pop up. Put it in. Now they're flush. Locked, unlocked, even the bottoms. So, do I recommend this? Yeah, if you're broke and you got to buy a boatload of Christmas presents for your family members and whatnot, then yes. You know, be wary, shit falls apart. These are spring loaded. They might shoot out, so make sure your work area is not cluttered. Not cluttered at all. but that's basically it. And then you reassemble it the same way you take it apart. This is the passenger key, because it turns out, or passenger side, because the driver's side, focus, there we go, is actually missing tumblers. Now, if some of these are way higher and some are way lower, you could actually just pull out the pins and swap them over. I mean, all it is these little guys. Really? And like I said, this one got munched a little. But depending where the hole's punched out is how far it will go up or out of the cylinder. You know, locked, unlocked, locked. You get it. So let me assemble this. Jesus Christ. So yeah, this one has all the tumblers. I didn't have to take too much down. I finally found, you know, the bit I wanted, or standing drum. Makes life a lot easier. So that's basically it. Let me clean this up. Throw a little grease or oil or white lithium grease, something. Keep these guys moving somewhat free. But that is what, 2, 4, 6 wafers. That last one really doesn't do shit now, does it? You clean that one up. I think it's stuck with dirt. Okie dokie. So here it is assembled. Here's my key. Key goes in that way. And look, it locks and unlocks now. Pretty fucking smooth. That's amazing. And you pull it out. Just for shits and giggles. Nothing. Now, these aren't the greatest. These are probably old bug pack locks or whatever the hell it was back in the day. Assembly's pretty basic. I mean, the whole thing does come apart. So let's see. That looks rounded, so that'll really drop in like that. And then there was a cover plate with a screw hole in it, like that. And then there was also a pin and a spring. So here's our locating pin. There's the locating pin. That comes off. Once it's seized in there, spring goes there. This guy goes on top like that. That's what pushes it back out. And then there was a little screw. Actually a pretty fucking long screw. That's pretty long. And the screw goes there. Once again, yeah, if you're broke, you're tired of having like 5 different keys to, you know, unlock each door, your glove box, and turn on your car, and you're out of the money, this is a good way of doing it. Filing down tumblers can make the lock, you know, easier to pick, but when I showed you the inside of the barrel, you know, being dug out from the key not being pushed in all the way, you know, causing those rough marks. You hear that? It's not supposed to sound like that. Now granted, I could sit there with some epoxy and dump it in there and then try to, you know, ream it out perfect. At that point, you might as well just pay the 50 bucks a handle. As for the passenger side, because these are actually interchangeable, I'm not too sure if it's going to work. So I don't know, you can see these little dimples, but they got little springs on them. That's where that little arm pops into. So that goes there. This one goes here. That one doesn't want to move too freely. You know, don't be too forceful. It is soft brass, so might come back and bite you. Now let's take the key, see how this one looks. Put the key in. I just got to take down a little bit. I wish I had the other tumbler, but I don't. Granted, you probably go to the junkyard and find this shit. Alright, so this one like this. It goes on one way. There's our spring. Then here's our ear. The reason you got those springs, that way it springs back and forth when you unlock it, and then you, so, come on, focus. There we go. Spring, nubby, put your pin in, you're done. So yeah, that's basically it. Now I just gotta figure out where I did with the roll pins, because my shit is cluttered. Roll pin, roll pin. Ah, here's a roll pin. Which don't have teeth marks. Looks like it goes in this way. And then just yeah, tap it back in if you don't lose it. And I lost it. Ah, learning curve. Put it in the vise. So it actually turns out to be easier to push it up, drop this in, because one side seems to be looser than the other. The pin actually goes right in that way. You know, and probably a decent set of pliers, not wire cutters like I'm using, but whatever. And the pin is in. Ta-da! Let's take the key. Make sure the key's in all the way. Woo! Look at that. And it springs back. Magical. So, like, subscribe. Thank you for the 105 or 6 of you guys that actually are subscribing and give a shit about what I do and what cheap budget, you know, fixie shitties you could do, you know. Like I said, it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever, you know. You got gifts and you want to make life a little easier on yourself. This is what? 15-20 minutes of bullshit. Just remember there is 2 screws that hold this in. They usually hide under the weather stripping if your car still has the weather stripping on the door. Say you got working locks and your handles look like shit. Technically, you could swap the barrels out like I just did. If the mechanisms are the same, say you got a sloppy spring like this guy here, like compared to that one's just loose like a Cheryl. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, subscribing. Happy holidays. I will see you guys later.